Guys, this is one of the most devastating card tricks that you have never seen before. It has an unbelievable secret that leaves absolutely no clue as to how it's done, and it'll fool pretty much anyone. Oh, and it's almost completely self-working. So we're going to use 9 cards, and these are going to be important later. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll get back to them in a second. In fact, for now, we'll just give them a little bit of a shuffle, just to keep us honest. And we'll come back to those in a while. But first of all, you're going to get the spectator to choose any card. They've got a completely free choice, and so you guys can follow along. I will show you the card. Okay, nice card, the Jack of Diamonds, right? You wouldn't see this. And then they're going to get to lose it in the pack. So as you shuffle, they can literally say stop anywhere they want, and it is lost in. There are no controls, no sleight of hand. It's all very fair. So now you'll explain that these 9 cards are going to somehow find the selected card. But first of all, I'm going to see if I can find it. So I'm going to go through the cards like this, and I'm going to try and find it, but I'm also going to try and position it in a very specific location. So in other words, I'll take your card, hopefully your card, and I'll place it into a position in the pack. An unknown position, and we'll get back to that in a little while. But right now, you explain to the spectator that these cards are going to get mixed and shuffled. In fact, you can give the cards to the spectator and they can cut them as many times as they'd like. And you can also help to further shuffle these cards by giving them several out pharaohs, and you can ask the spectator, do they want to go on top or underneath? They've got a completely free choice. You can do this as many times as you want. So the cards are really thoroughly shuffled and mixed, and they can cut them. And then you ask them how many piles they would like you to deal. So they can have 2, 3, or 4 piles. They say 2 piles. So you're going to deal out the cards in 2 piles like that. And naturally, whatever they say here mixes the cards in different ways. Say they say 4 piles, so you deal out 4 piles like this. And again, the cards are just getting mixed up, mixed up, mixed up. And then they say 3 piles. Okay. When they say 3 piles, you say that's great. Choose any pile. Now, here's the crazy thing. They've been mixing the cards. They've been choosing how many piles. They came from a shuffle deck. They have a free choice of any pile. Whichever pile, that is the pile that you go with. Let's say they choose this one. You now say with the cards so thoroughly shuffled up, they've been cutting them, they've been mixing them, they've now ended up with these 3 cards. We're going to see what these 3 cards total. Okay, so we have 5 and 3, which is 8, and 7 would leave us with 15. You now ask the spectator to take the cards and to deal down 15 cards. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and the 15th card is the selected card. It will absolutely blow their minds. This is killer, and you're gonna love it. Let's get into it. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. So, do you like the trick? If you like the trick, hit the like button, because it costs you nothing, and it really helps me out. And also, if you've not already, don't forget to subscribe, because we do new tricks, awesome tricks like this, every single week. And if you like the trick, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you like about it. I think this is awesome. Now, I've got an announcement to make. So we're going to do something really, really exciting on the 6th of April. It's the first time I've done this. I am going to be hosting a live stream magic masterclass. So in other words, you get to come and hang out with me live, and I'm going to be teaching you my top tier tricks that I use in my professional shows to absolutely destroy audiences. All of the tricks are super easy. So if you're a beginner or a pro, there's going to be loads of material in this live stream for you. Now, I've never taught these tricks before. They are not on my YouTube channel. They are not in my courses. In fact, the only way to learn these tricks is to be a part of this live stream event. Now, the cool thing is you get to follow along and learn the tricks in real time. So if you've got any questions, you can ask it then and there. And also we're going to be doing a Q&A. So if you want, you can ask me anything you want to. And at the end of the live stream, you will get a copy of that live stream event that you will have lifetime access to. This is going to be a one-of-a-kind event. I'm going to limit it to only 100 spots. And when it's sold out, it's sold out. So if you want to come and join me on the 6th of April for this live stream Magic Masterclass, I'll put a link over here. I'll pop it in the description down below. Just follow it, sign up, and I absolutely can't wait to hang out with you. But right now we're going to get on with the explanation for this trick. Grab a deck of cards. Let's do it. All right, guys, so this is an amazing trick by Aldo Colombini. However, there used to be quite a bit of sleight of hand in this. There was a jog shuffle, and there was also a double undercut, and there was some sleight of hand in there. What I've done is I've taken all of that away, and I've replaced it with a procedure that kind of makes it a really intriguing plot and premise for the whole trick, and it's a very clever secret. So, there's a very, very small setup, and it's super easy to remember, so don't run away. So all you're going to do is you're going to remove any ace through 10, and these can be any cards, as long as they're ace 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The 10's important. I always use the 10 of hearts. That's because that is going to be a key card. So you've got your ace through 10, and these go on top of the deck. So the ace is the top card, and all of the rest of the cards are in order. So when you start the trick, you're just gonna do a shuffle that controls the top stock. So if you're a pro, you can do an in-jog shuffle. If you're a complete amateur or beginner and you can't do anything, then it's super easy. You've probably seen me do this shuffle like millions of times on this channel, but all you're gonna do is you're gonna turn the cards face up and you're gonna shuffle about half into your hand like so, and then just throw this lot back underneath, okay? And done really casually, it just looks like you give the cards a really good shuffle, okay? But really, you've kept your stock on top of the deck, so these 10 cards are still on top. You can also give the cards a cut if you want. The easiest false cut that I know is the Jose cut, and it looks like this. Take about a third of the deck, put it on your left, then cut another third, put it in the middle, cut the final third and put it on your right, and then pick up from left to right in order, like so. And it's a very convincing cut, but again, leaves your setup on top. So then you explain, we're just going to use 9 random cards, and you deal the top 9 cards down in a pile. Now, originally, Aldo showed these cards to be the ace through 9, and I think, well, you don't need to do that. The impression is that these are random cards, and I think it makes it a little bit stronger. So those are your 9 cards. You now need to set these in an order, and it's super easy to do. There's nothing complicated. It's just like shuffling. So all you're going to do is you're going to shuffle one card, just slip one card off like this and throw the rest on top. Then you're going to do 2 cards. So 1, 2, throw the rest on top. Then 1, 2, 3, throw the rest on cards on top. And then finally 1, 2, 1, 2. So it's 1, 2, 3, 2. Super easy to remember. And these cards are now set in an order. Now, these can be cut because it's a cyclical order, so you can give the cards a complete cut if you'd like. And you can do all sorts of shuffles. We'll get back into that in a minute, and that's what makes this really cool. So you put them aside for now, and then you get the spectator to pick a card. So if we go through the cards like this, let's say they choose this one. 4 of spades, good card, right? So they've selected a card. Now, you've still got your 10 of hearts on top of the deck, and this is going to be a key card. What you need to do now is to just shuffle it to the bottom of the deck, which is this easy. Slip the 10 off into your hand and shuffle the rest of the cards on top of it. That's now on the bottom of the deck, and it's ready to be positioned above the card. So you start an overhand shuffle, you ask them to say stop wherever they want. When they stop you, have them put their card here. Their card is going to go here, and you're going to throw the rest of these, which has your key card here, the 10 of hearts. That's going to go on top, and you can show very cleanly now that there are no breaks. Now, this is the thing I like about this. It seems almost more fair because now you can show the cards very freely, like so. We're going to add a bit of time misdirection, so we're going to go back over to these cards and say, in a second, these 9 cards are going to help us to find your card, or find the position of your card, but we'll get back to these in a second, and you pick up the deck. All right, so when you get to this point, they've put their card back, they've cut the deck several times, you say, okay, I'm going to try and find your card. So you're going to go through the cards now, and all you need to do is look for your key card, which is the 10 of hearts. So I look through and I see the 10 of hearts, so I know now the card to the right of that is going to be their card, okay? But don't worry about it for now, you're actually just going to ignore that. What we're going to do is we're going to place their card 9th from the top. Here's how we're going to do it. So from the 10 of hearts, you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The next card you're going to put down on the table as if it's theirs. And then you're going to take this pile of cards and put it on the face of this pack. So now all you've done is, apparently you've removed their card, but actually what you've done is you've positioned their card at secretly 9th from the top of the deck. So if we have a look now, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. Their card is now 9th from the top. They have no idea that you've done this. So at this point, you close up the pack like so, and you say, and we're going to lose that card. I'm going to position it somewhere into the deck. Now here, what you want to do is you want to lift up the deck about halfway and throw this in. What you don't want to do is put it in amongst the top 9 cards, because then that's going to mess your setup. But all you're going to do is riffle up about halfway and throw it in. So I'm going to put that in a very specific position, and we'll get back to that in a second. So this is the thing I like about this now. You've apparently took the card and thrown it into a random position, and this is a complete bluff, but it justifies that whole procedure, and it makes sense at the end, because apparently you threw it into the correct position. So now you can do a bunch of stuff with these cards and a bunch of shuffles and cuts. I'll show you what you can do. So these cards can be cut, single cut, as many times as they want. It's not going to change the order. The outcome will still work. And I'll show you the cool thing about the outcome when we get there. You can also give the cards a Charlier shuffle. So if you don't know the Charlier shuffle, it's all done with your left hand. You push some cards off the top into your right hand, and then you push some cards off the bottom onto the top of these cards. So some cards from the bottom onto the top, and then you go from the top of this pile underneath, like this, and then you go from the bottom of this pile on top, and then underneath. So if you repeat that, so really you're going bottom to top, top to bottom, bottom to top, top to bottom, and that's a Charlier shuffle. Okay, and done quickly, it looks like you're casually mixing the cards like this, but it's just the equivalent of giving the cards a cut. That's all that does. Now, the cool thing about this little stack is that you can also reverse faro the cards. In other words, just outjog every second card like this. Okay, just outjog every second card, and then you can ask the spectator, do you want these to go on top or underneath? And it's a free choice, and they can do this however many times they want. So this is really awesome. Okay, and then again, between this, you can give the cards to the spectator, ask them to cut the cards as well. So it's like you're both mixing the cards, so it's cool. And then you're going to ask the spectator how many piles they would like you to deal. So you say 2, 3, or 4. Now, always deal left to right. So say they say 2, you just deal left to right like so, and then you always pick up left to right. So I start with my left, I pick it up and put it onto the pile on the right. They've got 3 choices here, and it seems really random, but believe it or not, these cards will still come out exactly as they need to do. Say they say 4, right? You can deal the cards out into 4 piles, and again, picking up left to right. As soon as they say 3, you deal the cards out in 3s and you stop. So if they say that straight away, fine, you just deal out 3 piles of 3 cards. Now, the really cool thing about this trick is that even though you've done loads of random shuffling and cutting and all of that stuff, these 3 piles now, every single pile adds up to 15. And if you know why this works, please let me know in the comments below. But we'll have a look over here. So for example, we've got 9 and 4, which is 13, and then 2, which is 15. Okay. We've got this pile over here, which is 7 and 5, which is 12, and 3, which is 15. And then over here, similarly, all of these 3 cards add up to 15 as well. So it doesn't matter which pile they choose. They can literally have any pile. So at this point, you can freely say, choose any pile. They choose a pile. It is completely free choice. These 2 piles are now placed on top of the pack. So now what that's done is it's positioned their card exactly 15 from the top, and the whole thing comes together. You turn over these cards, you have the spectator add up these cards, it's 15. You can get them to pick up the deck, you can get them to deal down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. The 15th card will be the selected card. This is going to fool anyone. It's such a cool trick. If you love it, hit the like button. It costs you nothing. Let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. And if you've not subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. I do new tricks every single week. If you want another trick, guys, check out this one next. It's going to be awesome. I'll see you in the next video.